Yo, what is up guys? Tips here. So today I just wanted to cover all of the champions that will be coming out in the 120 cards that Riot announced, as well as I wanted to confirm the region that will be coming out. But yeah, stay tuned guys. If you guys haven't checked out my other videos talking about Sejuani and Quinn, then go ahead. And also, if you really like my content, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe just so you can keep updated when I stream and when I drop a new video for y'all. Alright, take it easy guys. Thank you. Alright guys, so huge shout out to Pixel Butts as well as Lord Modus, because they have been literally data mining all this stuff. It's been on Reddit. You guys have probably seen all these things, but this is basically where I got all my information from. I'll link this just so you guys can see it as well. And it's all of it is true. It's got backed up information. You can backtrack and look at the actual sources. So from all the audio files that were collected, we know that Bilgewater and Targon are literally the only regions that could possibly be announced. And all these champions, just by audio files, have been verified. We got Gangplank, Fizz, Misfortune, Nautilus, Tom, Twisted, and for Targon, we got Aurelian Soul, Diana Leona, Soraka, Tarek, and Zoe. Based off of just kind of what we've got over here, we know that if you guys haven't been looking at Twitter feeds, or you guys haven't been updating about the trailers that are coming out, so basically, for example, they did it on April 5th. That was the first time they announced Lux. So they choose some champion from one of the regions, and they post them on there as a trailer. And then the next day, on April 6th, we'll use that same example, they end up posting the actual overview of that region. So Lux, right, she's Demacian, so they do a whole overview of the Demacian region. Usually the first post with like Lux or the champion that they're choosing usually comes out around like 1 p.m. and then they do the overviews around in the morning, maybe around 10 or 11 a.m. So that's kind of the schedule they've been following. And then on the next day in the morning, they usually like putting pictures up kind of like previews of what you're gonna see. Then the trailer ends up releasing at exactly 1 o'clock p.m. Coming back to this list, we have the contenders of who's going to be announced, right? It's between Bilgewater or Targon. And then over here we have either Vi, Victor, Swain, Riven, Maokai, Nocturne, Lee Sin, Lulu, Shyvana, Quinn, and Sejuani or Trundle. So easily right now we can cross out who has been unlocked, right? We got Quinn over Shyvana, we got Sejuani over Trundle. So now based off of that information, all I did was I literally went through like the transcripts of the, well, I went through the audio files, and I literally just went on to search for like Quinn, right? Because this already gives us information like interactions with Gangplank, Sejuani, who was released, Misfortune. So that kind of is telling us in a way that we're going to be seeing these champions in the actual, like, in the game. Why would Riot make interactions if they're not going to actually be happening on release date, which would be the 30th? It just wouldn't make any sense. It would be so inefficient to just literally get all the interactions with everyone. They obviously did interactions with the champions that are going to be released together. So as you can see, we got Misfortune, Swain, Sejuani. Like, that's already a big telling of which champions are going to be chosen from the either Bilgewater pile or the Targon pile. And I decided, you know what, Sejuani was also released. She actually didn't have that much information except for Quinn. So the fact is, I was just waiting for them to release the second one to see if I got any more information, and it really didn't give us anything, to be honest. But basically off Quinn and the fact that they ruled out Shyvana now kind of tells us now who's going to be the champions that are going to be coming out from these contenders, right? Nocturne has interactions with people that didn't get unlocked, such as Shyvana or Trundle. That makes absolutely zero sense, right? Why would they pick him over the other contender, right? So it just makes sense if, as we see over here, right, Trundle lost to Sejuani and then Shyvana lost to Quinn. So both of those audio files are referencing with Nocturne. So why would they choose Nocturne in this case? So then that's just an easy choice that Maokai is going to be obviously the next champion that's going to be released. Then over here with Maokai's audio files, you have Swain, you have TF, and Fizz, right? So now let's go back to this list and let's go and see if who else we can decipher from there. So I saw Swain in there, so okay, we're gonna go up to the top. We're here with Swain. So we've seen Swain or Riven. I actually noticed a lot of files with Swain. If we go up and search up Swain in Noxus, you see over here that Swain has interactions with some of the people, of course, in the game, but Quinn, Misfortune, and it just honestly guys, it looks like it's going to be Bilgewater, like 100%. That's a guarantee. just based off of like all of the interactions that have people like the losers, right? If we go back, so right, these two champions, Chando, Shyvana, that didn't get released, in their audio files they had people with Targon, and then the people that did get released, QUINN and Sejuani, had interactions with people from Bilgewater. So it just makes you, in your head, it's just like, okay, for the most part, Bilgewater is probably going to be the winning region, and that's the one we're going to see in set 1. Targon is going to be in set 2. Now, if we go up here, right, we're going to look at Swain, and Riven. Now that we can pretty much say that Bilgewater is going to be the region, just based off of the audio files, because all the people that have been released have had interactions with that specific region. So it would only make sense that we'd be getting that region. And the losers had ties to basically the other Targon region. So it just, that's where the logic is coming from. We have QUINN over here with Swain, which is kind of, you know, it's, think about that, she wasn't released. We have people like Lee Sin, so that's another hint, right, for the Ionia matchup. And then we go over to Riven. Riven has Yasuo is in the game, but we also see people like Nocturne, but Nocturne was not, he did not win on his as the champion. He'll be in set 2, right? Tarek, he is not part of the Bilgewater region, and just based off of those facts, guys, like, it just makes you really think that she's not going to be released for this set 1, just based off of those, you know, we can mark those champions out of the way. So, okay, we can say Swain is going to be released for Noxus. Okay, what about PNZ now? So let's look over at Victor and Vi, right? Victor, again, let's see. Zoe, that is Targon. We have Tarek, Targon, Tom Kench, Targon. Like, guys, this is all Targon. Now let's switch over to Vi, right? And with Vi, we see Misfortune, she's in Bilgewater. We have Jinx, she's an actual champion that we currently have. TF, who's also in Bilgewater. Just based off of this, we can kind of decipher that for the most part, Vi is going to be the winning champion in this matchup, and she's going to be in set 1. And then last but not least, we're going to see from Ionia, we saw Lee Sin was there. He's got interactions with Swain, who we pretty much confirmed he's going to be in there. Fizz, Bilgewater, of course. We have Misfortune, Bilgewater again. And now, okay, we're going to go to the Lulu over here. Lulu is talking with some people who are released already, but we have Zed, we have Zoe, who is not going to be in this. She just has way too many interactions with a lot of the Targon people already. So why would you do that, right, if you're not planning on releasing Targon yet? Based off of that, we've already now know we're gonna have, out of these whole sets, right, we're gonna have Sejuani, QUINN, Lee Sin, Maokai, Swain, and then Vi. And then out of this whole thing, we're going to be getting Bilgewaters. Riot did announce, guys, that there are going to be 120 or more cards that are going to be coming out. And basically how they're going to be doing this for the set 1 is they're going to be taking 5 out of the 6 champions from Bilgewater. And then over here, from each champion of this region, they're going to choose 1, right? So we're going to get 5 cards out of this, and then we're going to get 5 more cards out of there. And the reason they're going to be doing that is because they want to keep the ratio of champions consistent. Currently in Legends of Runeterra, each region has 4 champions, right? So if we're going to be adding 1 to each region, we're going to have 5, correct? And now over here with Bilgewater, we can't just be adding 6. It's been even since the game kind of like has been in closed beta and all that stuff. So it just makes sense that they would only take 5 to match with what's going to be with all the regions, right? So you're going to have 5 here that are only going to be taken up. And then on the next set, that's when they're going to release the last Bilgewater champion, as well as all the Targons, and the last set of whoever is like left on these sets, right? So that would just make an equal like champion pool for each region, if that makes any sense. And how they're most likely going to do it, guys, is they're going to be doing 1 champion card, 2 epics, 3 rares, and 4 commons, which would mean 10 for each region, right? 10 cards for each region. So that would be 6 regions, which is 60 cards already there. And they said 120 or more. So now that leaves us with how many cards are going to be part of the Bilgewater region. Well, currently, if we look over here, I did write some of this stuff down. If you look, Demacia has 51 cards, Fred 52, and you can see all of it here. The most that we've been seeing in 3 regions are Ionia, Noxus, and Shadow, which have 53 cards. So if we're adding 10 new cards to each of these, they'd be at 61, 62, 63, respectively, right? So best case, 63 cards they're going to have. Worst case, 61. And that's most likely what they're going to have, 63 cards part of, and the rest are going to be all filled up with all the other regions. And yeah, that's basically how it's going to be. and then they're gonna be doing Targon, right? And they're gonna release all 6, and everything's gonna be equal. They're not like kind of messing anything up, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That's kind of all I wanted to cover, but that's going to be everyone we're going to be seeing. Oh, and last but not least, you guys are probably like wondering, who are they going to leave for card set 2 in Bilgewater? Well, I was just looking through the audio files, guys, and it really looks like they're going to be leaving Tahm Kench. So going back here with Tahm Kench, just Tahm Kench literally has Lulu, Shyvana, like she didn't even make it. Lulu, like, it's just kind of a giveaway. And I was looking through the other audio files of all the other Bilgewaters. They have interactions with people for the most part who are already released or who are going to be released. So with that logic, I was able to take out Tahm Kench out of that pile. So it sucks, but we're going to be seeing him in card set 2. Let me know your comments on what you guys think, if you guys are excited for the new cards, because I sure as hell am. So yeah, guys, take it easy, alright?